It's kind of the way it is. Anyway, let's get back on topic.
Anyway, back to Coca-Cola.
back to torture. Shit, we already lived there. Dan, let's take you back to the 4th century Rome, to the time of Constantine the Great. You have just been found guilty of parricide, or the killing of a close family member, like a father, or a mother, or a brother, or anything like that. And because of the Romans' view on people that murder their family members, your punishment is death. Now, with this punishment comes a whole ritual. First, you are whipped with virgus sanguinis, which is probably just meant red-colored rods, possibly painted red in symbolism, or they become red from your blood. Then your head is placed inside a sack made of wolf skin. Wooden clogs were then placed on your feet, possibly something placed on your legs. It was kind of vague. And then you are shoved inside a sack made of ox leather. Then a viper, a chicken, a dog, and a monkey are thrown in with you. The sack is then sealed up, sewn to almost completely waterproof, possibly then covered in pitch, and then thrown into the nearest deep body of water. This is the punishment of Poena Cullei.
It's so overly complicated. It's like the Turducken from hell.
Well, you'll see later on that just throwing the animals in there, it's bad. But throwing the animals in there, at least they might serve a purpose. Later on, you'll see that they just do stupid shit just to keep that tradition alive. And it's like, why? You are going way too far.
Throwing away the cheese.
No reason.
He's lactose intolerant.
It's silly. By the end of it, it's fucking silly. Now, the horror of that seems bad enough until you really take a look at what's happening. Then it gets much worse. First off, they didn't always use an ox skin sack. That kind of just fed into the whole ritual of it. A lot of times, they would just use a wine sack. Back in these days, they used to transport wine in a bag, like Canadians with milk.
Mm.
Do you put milk in bags over there in Ireland, or you do jugs like we do?
No, we do. It's like cartons or
plastic
bottles.
Okay, yeah. Big plastic. We do too, but we call it a jug of milk. Yeah, it's a jug.
We're not fucking weird like Canadians.
Fucking Canadians are just weird. Just love them to death, but come on, it's just. You pour a thing of milk and you're like, whoa. And then you got to buy like a little specialized pitcher just for that. It's like, when we buy it, it comes with the pitcher. That's what the milk is in.
It's also made from 100% recyclable material.
Over there. Yeah. Here, it's just landfills to the brim. Milk cartons. It's just, that's where the diapers are kept. That's
so the entirety of Manhattan
wood.
Is built on
There's
New York State's
there's
milk
Milk Jug Mountain. Milk Jug no, we're horrible. So now they would use these giant bags. And I mean they're big bags. They're like 50 some odd, 60 some odd gallon bags. They're large sacks.
Jesus.
And they would be obviously waterproof because they're filled with wine. Now, after you and the animals were in there, you were sealed up, sewn shut. Then, in some cases, the opening was covered in pitch or tar to make it even more waterproof. And now, after you're in there and it's sewn shut, now you have to deal with the animals. Now, obviously, the viper or snake, they make the distinction between sometimes it's just a regular snake that would be, would bite you, but it wouldn't be venomous or wouldn't be venomous enough to really harm you too much. And sometimes they say it's an actual viper, like a pit viper. If it bites you, your leg's going to swell up to the size of a fucking, log. And so it's whatever they have just laying around, I guess. And of course it will bite you once you accidentally step on it a few times or roll over on it. The rooster would peck and scratch the shit out of you. The dog would probably bite. And the monkey will do God knows what. Throw shit at you, bite you,
Yeah, can I
scratch you,
imagine? Just kick the shit out of
beat
you.
the living shit out of you. And that's another thing with the monkey. Sometimes they said sometimes monkey, sometimes they said ape, like a young chimpanzee. So I would rather be in there with like a spider monkey, or than a
Orangutan or
chimpanzee,
some or chimp, yeah. Fuck that.
because a chimpanzee is gonna rip your face off.
Yeah.
A monkey was just gonna bite you a bunch of times and give you AIDS, and outbreak happens. I guess I don't know, but I'd much rather have just the monkey. And then you're thrown in the river or the sea, whichever is closer, which again goes into the ritual. It's like, well, if it's a ritual, you should really pick one or the other. They're like, nah, just throw them wherever it's
Water.
whatever's closest. If there's a sea, throw them in it. If there's a river, toss them in it. See
Cow
a large
trough.
puddle, go
Fuck
ahead.
'em in.
Cow trough. Exactly.
There you
Just
go.
throw them wherever. You should go down as the fucking fountain from Friends, and there's just a guy in a sack just wriggling around.
Marcel the monkey and Widow.
Marcel is the monkey. Oh, fuck. Now, you would think that the bag would start to fill with water, but it's not the case. Again, it's waterproof. The object of this punishment wasn't drowning, usually. It was suffocation and getting viciously mauled by animals.
Mm.
And depending on who or what died first, you could also become that animal's final meal. So, because they will eat you.
Yeah.
You know, the dog, I mean, almost the second you are dead, the dog will start to eat your face. It's how it is. If you don't, they did studies. They showed that when a person dies in the home, a dog will wait an entire 10 minutes before they start to eat the muscular parts of your body. And cats don't wait much longer than that. They don't
I'm
care.
alive and my
Your
cat
food
already
now.
tries to eat me. So
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, my dog would never do. My
Cats are
dog
cats.
loves me so much. Your dog does love you
it will
when
eat
you're
you.
alive
Yes.
and you can feed it. Once you're dead and you can't feed it anymore,
All
you're still
bets are
going to
off.
feed it with your ass meat. All right? It will eat you.
I'd say thank
So-
God I don't have a dog, but I have two asshole cats, so that's probably
Yeah,
worse.
they'll eat you. They will eat you.
Yeah.
They will. Yeah.
Ah, well.
I mean, I don't care. I'll be dead as
Yeah.
long as my dog will be okay. I don't have to worry about my dog starving to death because there's 230 some odd pounds of meat here for it to just go to town. He'll be all right. So why such a horrible punishment for this very specific crime? Well, because of how the Romans viewed interfamilial murder. Hell, the Romans considered the act of spilling the blood of someone who gave life to be gravely deplorable, so much so that it was associated with the very derailment of social order. It's like, you killed a mother, how can you kill somebody that brought somebody else into this world? You know?
Just hating mothers who are on their periods then. Once a month they hate them.
They viewed parricidium as a form of social corruption that could even taint the blood of wild animals who feasted upon the executed corpse of such a criminal. Anyone convicted of parricide was not just a criminal, but a special kind of criminal who was seen as a foul thing, unclean, causing the gods to withdraw their presence from a world he polluted. Now, the body of the criminal also had to be removed in a certain way, as if the body was poison, whose miasma, or oppressive or unpleasant atmosphere which surrounds or emanates from a person or a thing, would spread to others. It's like this contagion. It's like he's going to cause other people to be sick with it if you kill somebody of your own family.
Killed his daddy disease. Something like it's just
Killed his daddy disease. That's fucking... Killed my dad, and they're like, get away! Before I catch it!
that's what every zombie movie ever actually is. It all started from one person killing their father. Just patricide.
And then
Z.
yeah. See, if that was true, then you'd have to go back to Roman times to be that one idiot going, no, that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
People don't kill their parents. Come on, this isn't a movie. I don't know. Did they have like chicken pox parties when over there? Because over here sometimes they'd have chicken pox parties.
Yeah, spread it when they're kids. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Oh well, little Johnny over there killed his dad the other day, so I thought we'd just have a killing dad party, get them all together, get the contagion out of the way, so everybody's just done with it.
So the father's like, damn it. Something to avoid this.
I've lived a good life. I made it almost to 26.